In today's video, we're taking a look at the Harbor Freight 5-ton electric wood splitter. Everything that we use on the video, we're going to leave a link on the description. So today, you feel like a full lumberjack. Splitting wood is your passion, intimidating nature is your calling, and burning wood is your superpower. So here at the StatUpBox team, we split wood with an axe, with a manual 10 tons log splitter, but now we decided that our backs will be needed if we want to make future videos for this channel. So here we got the Harbor Freight 5-ton wood splitter. It is electric. It has two 6-inch wheels for easy transport, a 1.8 horsepower motor, it's 12 amps, and it weighs about 100 pounds. So carrying this bad boy is a two-person job. But if you're gonna pull it with the wheels, you can by yourself. 100 pounds to you is like feathers. When I said 100 pounds, you laughed and you wished it was 200. But if you're a mere mortal like us, it does have a handle in the front, which it's gonna let you transport the wood splitter a lot easier. We like how the wheels are 6 inches, and as a plus, you can stand this one up. So it makes it easier to store as well. This machine usually goes for $279. You can find it in special sometimes for $249. Now that we have it standing, we could take a look at the oil reservoir. We have a bolt that doubles as a dipstick, and no, we don't mean that family member or friend that you love. To remove, you will need some tools. A pro tip: lefty loosey, righty tighty. We have two lines at the end of the stick, one for minimum and one for maximum. We have a metal O-ring, and this machine uses AW32 hydraulic oil. It does come with oil, so you don't have to buy it to operate it initially. In front of the motor at the bottom, we have the power button and the extension cord. This machine is a 2-button operation system, one being a button, the one that we see here, and the other one being a lever at the back. This lever is called the control handle, and once you have the button pressed and hold it, you would pull the handle down to make the ram go forward and push the log to the cutting wedge. We like to remove the control handle when we're going to store the machine standing up. If we take a look at the machine from the top, we have to the left the cutting wedge, to the other side we have the ram, and this is the one that moves once you pull the lever. As anything that we show here at the StatUpBox channel, it has to survive the 3-month process of testing before we put it out there. So you can tell by the looks of this one, it's been used a lot and it's still going strong. According to the manual, you can split logs up to 10 inches thick, but we can tell you we've gone all the way to 15 with no issues. And a pro tip: if you have anything bigger and you can split it in half and then from there split it on the machine, that makes life a lot easier. You can fit a log that's up to 20.5 inches long, but if you're splitting any big logs, we would recommend to have this propped up on a table or off the floor. Or you could sit down on the floor and it will make it a lot easier. So now that we looked at the specs, filled your head with numbers and technical information, let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. It is recommended that you use a minimum of a 15 amp breaker that corresponds to that outlet that you're using. If using an extension cord, remember that the lower the number, the better. In our case, we're using a number 12. And on the owner's manual, depending on the size of the extension cord, will tell you the minimum wire gauge that you would need. Our breaker is 15 and it has not tripped not once. As you can see, you would have to press the button and pull the lever down to have the ram go forward. One of the advantages of the lever is, instead of letting the ram go all the way to the home position, you can hold it off to the length of your log so you won't have to start from the beginning each time. And once you're ready with the other piece, you can just go ahead and press the button. So this first log is about 9.5 inches and about 15 inches long. Remember, when using big machinery, always use safety. Always use the correct protective gear because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day is to die. We're using the help of Holmes today to make the splitting process a lot easier. The good thing about having a second person to operate the machine meanwhile the other puts the log is that one is a lot faster, two, they can control the lever so the ram doesn't have to go all the way to the home position and start all over. Because the ram may be strong, but it is slow. And this kind of wood is a redwood or a hardwood. All the woods used on the video have been drying out for a month. We have recently cut pine, but the issue is that a lot of liquid comes out when cutting. So that makes a mess in your hands, in the machine, in the glove. So if you need to cut it today, go ahead. But if you can wait a couple of days or weeks or months, even better. It would be easier to cut and cleaner. This one, it's about 13 inches and about 11 inches long. A pro tip, when cutting a log with knots, you want to start on the opposite side and you want to have that side to the wedge and the knot away from the flat side. The second piece, it's about 9 inches and about 14 inches long. This is a middle of the road wood. This is from a non-edible fruit tree that looks like cherry but is not, but if you eat it you die kind of tree. And here we're doing a one-man operation just so you can see how it works. A pro tip, when doing something bigger than 10 inches, just like using an axe, you want to start from the outer parts, because if you start right in the middle, it's going to be a lot harder for the machine. So using this technique makes it easier to cut anything bigger than 10 inches. Using a second person for these type of logs will make it a lot easier as well. And another pro tip, sometimes you won't get it in the first try. That's why moving it around or flipping it around or getting different corners until you find the kink in the armor. And once you do, it's smooth sailing from there on forth. This one is about 13 inches and about 12 inches long. And to add one more to the pro tip central, is always best to let the ram go all the way. Because sometimes if you stop it too soon, the log may get stuck on the wedge. And if it ever does, you can use another log to help it push out. Or if you ever encounter that it doesn't reach, you can also use another log to push the log that you want to cut. Overall, this machine has been put to work for 3 months with no issues. We've been very surprised how it gets the job done. As you can see, this one had a tree inside of a tree. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone in the StatUpBox team or someone in the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.